I have the car packed with so much vintage that I almost considered not even thrifting today, which would be absurd because that's what I live for. Don't worry, we are still gonna go thrifting today. I'm here in Klamath Falls, Oregon, and I drove up here from Reno last night, and I had such a good day in Reno. If you have not seen that video, you have to go back and watch it because I scored it so big, and I had no idea that Reno was such an amazing town for thrifting. Even though we hardly have any room left in this car, we are still gonna go thrifting because I am a master at packing this car full on road trips, and I'm hoping we're gonna find some jewelry, some pottery, lots of little smalls, and we're gonna have a great day thrifting. This is one of the few Oregon towns I have never been thrifting in, so I'm very excited to thrift in a new city today and to bring all of you with me. So without any further ado, let's head to the first thrift store. First up is Sanford Son Secondhand. This was only about a 2-minute drive from my hotel, which is why I picked it first. I already like this guy. It's like a frog carved out of a coconut. That's hilarious. This is a pretty little brass pot. It has a little pottery handle on the top, and then down here, it's got some really cool little animal feet on the bottom, and it's only $7. I love the colors on this vase. It's probably something from Home Goods. I'm guessing it's a newer production. The stamp here on the bottom, made in China, definitely looks newer, but it's only $6 and the colors on it are beautiful, and it will be really fun to decorate with this color palette. This is a vintage Mexican pottery jug. It's $8, and the design has actually been scratched or etched into the pottery. It's got a large chip on the very bottom rim, but that's not going to scare me off of this piece. I still think it's worth the $8, and once I have it on a table, no one's going to notice that it has the chip on the bottom. Whenever I'm at estate sales or garage sales or thrift stores like this that have really good prices, I always look for really old wooden utensils. They are only 50 cents each here. I love calla lilies. This vase is $9. If it would have been $2 or $3, I might have picked it up, but we're going to pass at $9. This cast metal candle holder, however, we are gonna get. I just found a brass one with kind of the same shape when I was thrifting in Reno yesterday, and this one is only $1. Scored a couple vases and a mid-century cast iron candle holder for only $1. And now I'm just up the road a couple minutes away at a thrift store, and it turns out that there are 2 of them because they outgrew their first store. So I'm really excited. We're actually going to the smaller second location first, and then we're going to go across the street to the larger main location. So that's the main location. It looks like it says Treasures, a unique thrift store, Klamath Hospice since 1982. And then over here it says Treasures 2 thrift store. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this one. I already see a lamp that I'm gonna want. Not like I have room, but we're gonna make it fit if it's a good price. $12.99. Not sure I'm loving the texture. We're gonna think about it. hoping to find some more vintage linens here at this store. These are really beautiful. They are $3.99 for the set of 4. Always check for stains when you're looking at linens. Honestly, most thrift stores will put the one with the stain in the very back so that you might not see it. Whenever I'm getting blankets or linens, I always pull them out and try to do my best to look at them. These are really beautiful table mats, but up here in the corner, you can kind of see where there's that yellow staining. That's what you got to watch out for. But I am in love with these. They have these little crosses in each corner. These are really pretty. The tag says $3.99, 2x2. We're gonna get these. We're gonna get a few of the other ones I looked at that didn't have stains, and I'm very excited to have found some beautiful vintage linens today. Italian pottery is not the only thing I can spot from a mile away. I love Oregon myrtle wood. We're gonna get this beautiful pedestal bowl, and it's only $2.99. I have an idea for this little carved wood basket. It's $7.99, which is a little bit steep, but this would make the perfect business card holder at my upcoming vintage market. For me, having a cute business card holder is worth the $7.99 investment, and maybe there's even a sale going on today that I don't know about yet. I don't know why, but I like this little trivet. I've never seen one like this before. It's got little strips of copper and it's only 99 cents. It's not in perfect condition, but I might be able to clean this up a little bit. And we're also gonna get this little carved wood leaf bowl. This would also make a great little bowl to hold business cards. And we found one more Oregon myrtle wood bowl. This one's not a pedestal bowl, it's a regular bowl, and it is $2.99. I'm going to get these glass candle holders. They're $1.99 each, and these are going to be great to add to my Christmas collection. I've been stocking up on any mid-century glass I can find that looks like frozen ice. Well, of course it would be frozen because it's not ice if it's not frozen, but you know what I mean. With shipping prices increasing so much the last few years, I've been selling less and less of glassware. However, I love to take it to flea markets because it looks so beautiful when you have the sunlight shining through your space and you have colorful glass. We're going to go ahead and get all of the smoky glasses and even the 4 yellow ones. They were just wonderful in the other location. So this one has more clothes, the other one has more home decor, but they did say that there are some great pieces of art in here, so I've got to at least check it out. I like this little vase with the pine cones on it. It's very small, but it's all handmade and signed on the bottom, and it's only $2.99. Anyone familiar with H? I haven't seen this signature before. This one's kind of weird, kind of pretty. It's got little seashell stamps in it. Kind of looks like a squid. I don't know. I'm gonna pass. The way I see it, with the cart as full as it is, I can be picky right now.
This is going to go perfect with the Mexican pottery that I was just talking about. I have found a few of these with broken lids in the past, and so I planted little plants inside of them. This is a size I don't have, so it's going to look really well with the larger ones I have. It is $3.99. This Ivy candle holder is by Wilton and it's cast iron, probably from the 1940s or 50s. Probably worth between $25 and $30, but they've got it priced at only $1.99. These will be fun to stage with. They're very simple, kind of Scandinavian looking, and they're only $1.29 each. You can't go wrong with classic, simple candle holders. These are so fun. They've got Egyptian hieroglyphics on them. This one has Horus on the front. They've got $24.99 on them. It says they are hand decorated with 24 karat gold and they are fine porcelain. I am definitely keeping the Horus one because I have Horus tattooed on my wrist if you've never noticed before. But I'm going to bring the cat one to the Left Coast Flea this summer. The last stop was absolutely worth going into. They do not just have clothes on the other side. Now we're here across the street, about 1 minute away at Thrift Tank, and this place looks massive. This is exciting. They've got good thrifting in Klamath Falls. The shelves are a little bare in here, but there are still treasures to be found, I'm sure. The pricing seems to be pretty good, very similar to our Goodwills back home. I like this vase. It's got 2 palm trees. It has a very California look to it, and you just don't see palm trees on pottery very often. This is $10, which is a little bit steep, but like I just said, you don't see palm trees on pottery very often, so we're going to go ahead and get it. Just getting the one piece of pottery, but at least this makes it worth the stop. Next up, we are hitting the only Goodwill store in Klamath Falls, Oregon. For some reason in my head, I thought Klamath Falls was bigger and that they were going to have 2 or 3 different Goodwills. But at least that means all the donations are probably coming to this one location from the entire area. So it might mean better picking. Apparently this is a great place to find Oregon myrtle wood. These candle holders are only $1.29 each. They just need to be cleaned up a little bit and they are going to be beautiful. I just think Oregon myrtle wood is the prettiest tone of wood. I love it. I always have. This looks similar to the cast metal yoga lady that I have, although this is just a low quality poured plastic. I'm in love with this little cast iron kitty cat. It has a very mid-century modern look to it, but I'm a little bit confused. What is this actually for? Because if you used it as a cast iron pan, it wouldn't work. You wouldn't get the whole cat as the shape. I'm kind of thinking it might be an ashtray. What do you think this cat was originally used for? Please comment below. It's $4.29. We're gonna get it and we're gonna see if we can get this rust cleaned up. If you have any tips on the best way to clean rust, I would love your tips below. I know there are so many ways to do it, and it always takes a little bit of elbow grease. I love salt, that's no secret. Salt is my weakness, and what I like about this little container is that you can pour out salt quicker. This is only $2.29. We're getting this for sure, because I'm sure some of you are salt lovers like me. We're gonna get this bowl for $2.29, even though it was originally a pestle and mortar set. It's missing the pestle, but that doesn't mean I can't find one either here or at a different thrift store soon. As I've mentioned a lot lately, I am obsessed with all things bird right now. It's just one of those things. I'm going through a phase, and this plate is beautiful. The color palette that they use to paint it is so pretty. This would be beautiful mixed into a gallery wall as its own piece of art. It's only $6.29. I'm not familiar with this artist. I haven't seen this signature before, but I will be doing more research on this when I get home from this road trip. I'm gonna have a night where I pull everything out of the car and I start going down the Google wormhole. This is a beautiful hand-painted vintage Delft blue pitcher. Blue and white is my favorite color combination on anything kitchen related, and the Delft designs and colors are just classic and timeless. This is a surprisingly heavy piece of pottery. It's got a very weird shape to it, which I think makes it kind of fun. Whenever I have a vase that's a little bit more sculptural, I'll typically use more minimal flowers in it. This one is $4.29. Ooh, I spot something really good over here on the bottom shelf. This is a beautiful old woven basket. You can tell that the colors are sun faded from all of the years, and it's only $8.49 for both pieces. The top is the lid to the basket. This is a really good find. These can sell for quite a bit. These tall brass candle holders are only $6.29 each. That's not a bad price, but I am seriously this low on room in the car that I'm gonna pass on these. I do find these from time to time back home. I love anything with a Greek key pattern on it. This pottery is really beautiful and neutral. It does look like it's signed 2001, which technically is vintage because anything 20 years old is vintage, at least if you ask Etsy. I'm going to go ahead and pass on it though, because I try to have things that are at least 1990s or older. I am not kidding when I say I'm bringing a lot of lamps to the Left Coast Flea this summer. I love this Southwestern lamp. It is only $10.49. This is one of my favorite lamps I have picked up yet on this road trip. And don't forget to look closely for signatures. This one's not on the bottom, it's actually on the back by the cord. Well, I have no more complaints about there only being one Goodwill, because this is probably my best Goodwill haul this whole trip. And I'm not even done, because I just found this signed Victoria Littlejohn pottery trivet. It is $7.49. I have a couple of her vases in my forever collection at home. This is a cute mid-century fondue pot. It doesn't have all of the pieces, but I love the design on it. And it's got quite a bit of wear, so I'm not going to get it. It's only $7.49 though. I'm curious if anybody has any tips for how you would fix something like this. If you've got tips for everybody on that, please put it in the comments below. This looks like a fantastic mid-century modern sculpture. It's all made out of wood. It does look like it might be missing one of the little wooden balls that had been glued into the hole. It's only $5.79, and it is signed on the bottom, 1976. I have a really good feeling in my gut about this find. I'm going to keep an eye out to see if I can find something that could replace this little missing piece of wood. It almost might look cool if I put a small piece of stone in there to contrast with the wood. Well, I think that this is one of my best Goodwill hauls I've had in ages, and I have no room. I thought I was going to be so organized on this trip, but you know what? It's gotten a little out of hand. I do have a bunch of bubble wrap up there that I need to pull out, and I'm going to go ahead and pack this bag full, and then I'm going to see if any of these bins have any more room. But oh my gosh, I'm getting close to having to call it and just head home. Our next stop is Keeper's Corner, and this is an antique mall, and I've been recommended this place by multiple people, so I'm really excited to see what they've got here. Sounds like they've got quite a few vendors. Immediately, I have already found something that has to fit in the car. This beautiful painting is only $45. It's got a nice solid rustic wood frame. I love a good still life vase with flowers, and the colors on this are perfection. We're taking it to the front counter and we're officially starting a pile. This is fascinating. On the back side, it's signed Violet Edwards, and it actually has a sketch of a portrait that she never completed. That makes this even more wonderful to me. Love, love, love these wall pockets with the calla lilies. There are 2 of these wall planters and they are only $8 each. At an antique store, $8. And I'm already seeing lots of sale signs in the spaces, which is a really good sign. This vendor has 25% off everything in their booth. These birds completely fooled me. I thought they were carved wood, and they are made out of resin. Still a really good deal at only $5, but I'm not going to get them because they're not real wood. I'm kind of into this tall vase. Let's look at the tag and see how much it is. They've got it marked down all the way to $12. It looks like the date on the tag on the bottom is May of 1995, and it was originally sold for $79.95. I think this is a really good buy at $12, but I am not kidding when I say that the car is so full. We're going to pass on it, even though this is a really fantastic vase, and I hope someone else comes and finds it soon. This is the Sweetest Cream and Sugar set. It's $10 for the set, and it does have a signature on the bottom. It looks like it says ELORTON. What do you think that says? Are any of you familiar with this signature? I have not seen this one before. Look at the base on this table. These legs are so gorgeous. I already have my dream table for the studio and for my outdoor space, but if you live in Klamath Falls, this table is only $600. It's antique, it's gorgeous, somebody needs to come and get it. And if you do, please tag me on social media. I would love to hear who gets this beautiful table. This vendor has this entire back space of the store, and everything is 50% off. Most of the stuff is a little bit more antique than I'm into, but I'm hoping I can find some really good things for 50% off. This large 1970s stoneware candle holder is only $25, and then it's half price on top of that. Absolutely worth $12.50. As I was taking this up to the front counter, I also spotted these beautiful wooden candle holders. And I love Cornflower Blue pattern by Louisville Stoneware, so we're going to go put this up at the counter too. This vase is gorgeous. It looks antique. It's stamped Belgium on the bottom, and I know that this is antique. You can just see it in the glaze. You can see it in the stamp on the bottom. They've only got $10 on this vase. I know for sure the vase is going to be worth more than $10. I think this might be more in the $70 to $100 range. Once I get home and I do all the research on the items that I am not familiar with, I'm going to be doing a design video, and I'm also going to share what I have found out about the items since I've gotten home. I know a lot of you are into roosters, and especially having these items in your kitchen. This one's cool because it's carved wood and it has a hidden trinket box in the center. It is only $16, and this vendor is having a sale. I am loving the look of my pile. One of my favorite things is when I see my cart or the pile at the counter and everything kind of goes together. But we're only about halfway through the store, so we've still got a long way to go. This little vintage wine basket is so pretty. This would be great for a summer picnic. It is on sale and it's only $8. I'm a huge fan of picnics, so I'm always thinking about what could I take on a picnic? And I also love this Chinese teapot. It's got beautiful blue and white porcelain, and then it has this gorgeous brass handle, which almost looks like an archway. They've got it for only $10. I've been looking for a chess set for a few years. I really want a mid-century modern set, either with wood or stone. This onyx set is beautiful. They've got little Aztec warriors, and it's got the green onyx and then that beautiful white onyx. Really gorgeous set, not what I'm looking for, but I thought I'd show you. This is one of my very favorite mid-century era coffee tables that was ever made. I call them spider leg tables. I'm not quite sure if that's what everybody refers to them as, but they sure look like spider legs. This is how they originally came, with the brass top, and all the way back in maybe 2015, I had one of these in my living room. It was one of my very first living room designs that ever went viral-ish, if you will, on Instagram, because Justina Blakeney of the Jungalow shared my picture. I was so excited and flattered that she liked my style, and to this day, that living room setup was one of my very favorite thrifted rooms I ever had, because everything I found in that space was found for only a few dollars. Even the couch, it was a 1960s couch, and I found it for $20 in perfect condition at the Habitat for Humanity. We ended up selling that one at a flea market so many years ago, and I've kind of always wanted to find one identical to it since. I just happen to have a round glass top in my storage in my garage that's going to be perfect for this. They've got it marked down to $85, which is incredible. Even back in maybe 2016 when I sold one of these, I think I sold it for $450. We are taking this beauty downstairs and adding it to the pile. Luckily, the legs fold down, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to fit them in the car. This vendor up here is also having 50% off everything in their space. I can't quite tell what it says on the tag, but I think these are $25. I'm still going to pass on them even at half off, because I don't even know how I'm going to get everything I have downstairs into my car, to be honest. But I am going to get these beautiful hand-painted Mexican pottery napkin rings. I love this type of pottery. I think it's so beautiful, and I've never come across the napkin rings before. The price tag is so faded, but I'm pretty sure it says $10 for the set, which means it's only going to be $5. I believe that this is a 1960s or 70s Italian Empoli glass vase, and it's only $39.95 regular price, and it's 50% off. So this is only going to be $20, and I know these sell for well over $100. I also really love this beautiful German pottery. It is only $22.50. Oh my gosh, that's only $11.25. That's a really good deal for this vintage pottery. This is the best store ever. You all need to get in the car and come to Klamath Falls to go vintage shopping. It appears that my theme for today is birds. I love this beautiful lamp. It's got an old patinaed brass base on the bottom. The bird and the flowers are all hand painted. It just needs an updated shade, and I cannot wait to style this up for you. I've really been expanding what I decorate with, and it's been so much fun for me to be creative and decorate with things that maybe a few years ago I would have walked right past. They've got $49.99 on it, so the lamp is only going to be $25. I just died and went to heaven. Oh my goodness. This store is unbelievable. They've been here for 22 years, and the owner Leroy was telling me how they have been buying out estates from all over Southern Oregon to create this complete treasure trove full of authentic antiques. I am the only one here in this place, and I cannot believe it because I am in stimulation overload right now. There is so much to look at, and everything in here is actually old. The first thing we're going to get is this beautiful little wooden weed pot vase. I have also been looking for very minimalist brass flatware for so long. This is an almost complete set, and I love how simple it is. There's no designs, there's no crazy shapes, it's just beautiful, simple gold flatware. It has the original receipt, and they spent over $1,000 in the 80s on this. And he has $250 on the set. We're going to take it up front and see if we can bundle everything together at the very end to get a little bit of a savings. I am so excited. This is going to be great for entertaining at our house and also for staging at the studio with the new table. I'm definitely going to be showing you how I'm going to style these up at the end of this series. I'm not sure what this little wooden wheel was originally used for. The first thing that comes to my mind would be either for something with sewing or maybe to put paintbrushes or pencils in. My friend Michelle has the most beautiful studio that she does her art out of, and I know she loves having her paintbrushes and items in old wooden containers. This is $20, and I'm going to pick this up in hopes that she will like it and maybe be able to put some of her paint supplies in it. I'm going to get this beautiful copper expandable trivet. I love that it extends so you can make it bigger in case you have a bigger pot you need to put on it. It is priced at $15. This is too funny. I was just talking about finding a random pestle, and here one is for only $7.50. And this is a very old one. This teapot is incredible. I love all of these brass details that are applied on top of the copper. They have it priced at $65, but I did just look this up, and it does look like these old teapots can be priced all the way up to $150 to $200. If you are a collector of any specific thing that you see in these photos, you've got to make a trip down here to Klamath Falls because there is so much more than just what I am showing here. So if you're into perfume bottles or you're into toys or old kitchen utensils, you have to add this place to your list. And please tell Leroy that I sent you. I really loved these hanging lamps. I think that it is so cool how they look like a table lamp, and yet they're hanging and they've got the beautiful pottery at the bottom. The thing is that the shades are in really bad condition, and I simply do not have any more room in the car, but I think that these could be really cool. If these were blue or green and it was something that we would have in our house, I would consider taking everything out of the car and reorganizing and playing Tetris just to fit them in there. I'm gonna leave these beauties here for one of you. And in case you're wondering how much they are, they're only $45 each. This picture is kind of neat. It looks like a bird. It is $22.50, but it does say as is, so there's probably some damage on it. In fact, I think I see a crack here in the handle. Not the place you want to have a crack if you're going to have one. Check out this Seaberg High Fidelity jukebox. This is so cool. I didn't grow up during the era where these were actually in most places, but it sure would be fun to have one of these in your house. I think that would just be the coolest thing if you had maybe a game room or even down in your basement and you just had kind of a fun area and you actually had one of these up and running. I think that'd be so much fun when you have guests over. I like this brass butterfly. It's a candle holder and you can hang it on your wall, and it's only $10. I'm always talking about gallery walls, but seriously, this would be beautiful mixed in a gallery wall with art. And look, I found the perfect thing to light our tiki torches at our annual tiki party this August. I just gotta figure out how to work this thing. I've walked by this teapot twice now and I'm gonna get it. It's only $15 and it has a lot of patina on it. A lot of the time I will leave patina because I love to have that beautiful aged look, but in this specific case, I think this could use a nice cleaning. It's got beautiful shape to it and I can't wait to show you when it's all cleaned up. I also found the most incredible Native American dance shawl I have ever come across before. It is in almost perfect condition and the embroidery on it is beautiful. Plus I found this beautiful glass set of serving utensils. They are $17.50 for the pair, but again, we haven't done the bundle pricing yet. I just found a whole chest full of vintage scarves. I'm so excited. They are $3.50 each, and I was hoping to find a few beautiful silk scarves to take with me on my trip to Italy. I'm going to dig through this whole pile, and I'm going to try to find all of the really cool 1970s patterns.
All right, our very last stop for today's episode. I'm actually headed out of town right now towards Bend, and there is an antique store right off the side of the road. And it's looking good. I don't really have much room, but it's worth a shot, right? You never know.
This place is really cool because it's actually an old truck stop and they left all of the different refrigerators and equipment in the store and just filled it up with antiques. My kind of place. We are actually in the area that would have been the refrigerated section. I don't know why, but I'm so into this weird sculpture. It's really just a piece of wood and it looks like a giraffe elephant. The head looks like an elephant, but it looks like it has a really, really long neck. I think it's fabulous. I think it's weird. I think it's fun, and it's going to be perfect to bring to the Left Coast Flea. And best part, it's only $10. This is a pretty flower needlepoint. It is only $10, which I think is pretty reasonable. It's a little dusty and the frame's a little dirty, but I think I can clean that up. 1910? Wow.
These are departments, so choose one.
Okay, we're gonna go with E.
And push hard. Okay.
Okay.
Put your dollars and cents.
$30.
Okay.
And
make up whatever you want if you want to push more buttons. Okay. Then back a tiny bit.
Okay.
And forward until it opens.
Forward.
Back a little bit. And there you go.
Oh, and there it goes.
There's your $30.10.
How fun. Thank you.
The owner was wonderful. She showed me how to use the cool cash register, and she even sold me a lamp that she had lit up and was using. I got this beautiful carved wood lamp for only $10. I also made a quick stop at a pawn shop in town, and I picked up some really beautiful earrings. Here's a little sneak peek at what I found.
I I am so impressed with myself. I cannot believe that I fit more stuff in this car. I have everything so well packed back here. It is absolutely full. We have to call this road trip. It is over. I cannot even fit anything else in this car. This has been such a fun road trip, and I am so grateful that you came along with me and kept me company. I am so excited to get home. I miss my kitties and Jessie, and I cannot wait to get this car unpacked and pull out all of the treasures in here and show you more of them. Once I get home, we're going to do a complete haul with everything from this entire road trip, and I'm going to share with you what I find while I research the items. And my favorite part, and the reason that I do this, is we are going to decorate with all of this vintage behind me. So don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss that episode when it comes out. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this adventure, and I will see you in the next one.